Hi you guys, Heather Glenn here. I just got back from grocery shopping in preparation to begin the 21-day Ultimate Reset program tomorrow. I started out at Trader Joe's because I knew I would be able to get a lot of the foods that I needed for my grocery list there. They tend to carry some great vegetables, organic. They also tend to have some of those unique foods. So I was able to find, I would say, almost 90–95% of the things I needed at Trader Joe's. And then I stopped off at Whole Foods just to pick up a couple of the Asian food items that they didn't have over at Trader Joe's. So if you don't have a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods in your area, you can get some of the things online. You can actually order them online and have them delivered. You can find a lot of things, even at like a Safeway or some kind of a, specialty health food store. So definitely don't worry if you don't have a Trader Joe's or a Whole Foods in your area, and just do the best that you can. I didn't buy everything organic. I tried to get as much as I could, but don't sweat that. I couldn't find every ingredient, so some of the little toppings and things I'm probably going to end up keeping out, which is okay. So I started with my my shopping list here. So if you guys can see, it actually comes with the Ultimate Reset program. You can print out your week 1 shopping list so that you can just go down and check off what you need. And if you look on this side, you can see that they actually tell you the amount you need, and then you can just check it off. So that was very helpful. I didn't have to buy everything. Some of the things I already had in my house, which was great. So I want to show you how beautiful all of these vegetables are over here. If you can see, my counter is full of these wonderful colors, lots of green. Green is a big staple on the Ultimate Reset to help bring your body back into alkalinity. You can see I've got some red potatoes here. We don't do white potatoes on the Reset. Green onion, some asparagus, limes for some flavoring, also some avocado for your healthy fats, a little bit of red onion. Got some red peppers here. I did go organic on the peppers because it's really important to do organic on peppers because they tend to have absorb some of the pesticides pretty easily. So I always try to get my peppers organic. I've got my carrots and my zucchini squash, and then all of these wonderful greens. So baby spring mix. I got my romaine, as well as kale. This is a great superfood. And then, of course, spinach. And again, I tried to go organic on as many of these as I could. I didn't go organic on the kale. I have my broccoli. And then I ended up going with frozen organic corn. Just figured that would be easier. And then some of the fresh seasonings. I've got some parsley here. And then I also have some cilantro. Cilantro is actually great for detoxing. And then I have a little bit of jicama. This one I actually had to pick up at Whole Foods. They didn't have it at Trader Joe's. And then again, some fresh basil. All right, so lots of great colors, lots of great vegetables here. I'm gonna take you guys over to this other side where I've got some of the other foods that we'll be eating here. So in the first phase, the first week of the program, we're starting to phase out red meats and some dairy products. We are able to eat some animal protein. One of the proteins is wild salmon, so that's going to be one of the dinners. I was able to get this at Trader Joe's. I just made sure it said wild on it, that it wasn't farmed. Then we also have chicken for one of the salads. And again, I tried to go organic, free range on this. And then we get to do some organic plain yogurt, no sugar, nothing in it. And that, again, all of these animal proteins are just for that first week. Then we get into some of the seeds and snacks, the nuts here. So we've got some pine nuts here. This is going to be used for flavoring. Raw almonds will be great for snacks. The raw green pumpkin seeds, we're going to cook a little bit with these, which will be awesome. And then, of course, flaxseed, which we're going to grind up and put in some of our dishes. In terms of grains, the grains, are going to be pretty limited, gluten-free grains here. So we've got our corn tortillas. These grains will be, so we've got our lentils. These are actually our beans. Lentils here. These are basically our kind of our starchy carbs. But again, they're all gluten-free. Quinoa. And then black beans. Now, preferably, you get the dry beans and you soak them and cook them. I just know me being busy. There's no way I'm going to have time or even remember to do that. So I went with the black beans, and I just made sure on the label that there wasn't a lot of extra stuff in it. So it's literally just says black beans, water, and salt. Not ideal on the salt, but I think it'll be okay for this challenge. Then, of course, my gluten-free rolled oats. So again, make sure your oatmeal is gluten-free. And you can find gluten-free oatmeal at any kind of a store. I can find it at Safeway, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's. So definitely go for the gluten-free options. The more you can eat gluten-free, the better it is on your digestive system, less inflammation. Again, part of the reset program is really to take down inflammation in the body. So we're trying to take out those foods that irritate our digestive tract. So then some of the interesting foods, these are going to be new foods for me. I'm not a big tofu fan. I'm not a big soy fan. But part of the program is doing tempeh. So I picked these up. This actually I got at Whole Foods. Notice it's gluten-free. And this is going to be basically our soy option because we're trying to take out some of the animal protein. Animal protein is really hard for our body to digest, and it actually puts us in a more acidic state, which is not as healthy as being in the alkaline state. So, again, we're just trying to take 3 weeks of really pulling out the animal protein to give our body some time to rest. I got miso here. Never made miso soup at home. I love miso soup. So this will be interesting for me to make my miso soup. And then I got this toasted organic nori. So we'll be making our own meatless sushi. And I've actually never made sushi either, so this is going to be an interesting learning experience, and who knows, maybe we'll end up starting to make more sushi at home. I got this I don't even know how you say it, but wakame. It's sushi, like sushi bits, and it's actually, I think it'll go in the miso soup. So this is also a new item for me, and we'll see how it is. It's fun to experiment with new things, and something like a reset program is going to get you to try some new things. You never know what you might end up liking and how you'll feel on them. Lastly, we've got some of the things that are going to spice up our meals. A little pico de gallo, some organic hummus. I got the plain. I try not to get any extras in it. Trying to keep everything very plain over the next 3 weeks. Here is our Himalayan salt. So table salt is not great for your body. Sea salt is better. Himalayan salt is awesome. It has tons of nutrients in it. It's a big part of this program, so we're going to be kind of adding seasoning with the Himalayan salt. These are only a couple of the seasonings that we use. I just happened to be out of these, and I needed to pick them up. So some red chili pepper and some ground cumin. We've got Dijon mustard, which I love, so we'll be adding that in. Unfiltered apple cider vinegar. So these are all things that are going to be flavoring up our foods. I've got, for our oils here, I picked up the toasted sesame oil, again at Trader Joe's. You can see I got a lot of this at Trader Joe's, which definitely saves on the grocery bill. This is our olive oil, extra virgin and cold pressed. So you want to make sure it's extra virgin and cold pressed. And then we've got a couple of vinegars here. So red wine vinegar, this is going to be used for dressings. Rice wine vinegar also. And then just because my family's big into balsamic, I got a huge thing of balsamic vinegar. This is also going to be for making our own dressings. We're not going to use any store-bought dressings. Most of the time they tend to have a lot of kind of processed soy oils and other kinds of oils in them. So we're just trying to stick with olive oils and basic vinegars. And then this one I have not used before, mirin rice cooking wine. So this will be a new flavoring for us. So that's it, you guys. Lots of stuff I picked up, but surprisingly, the grocery bill wasn't terrible again because I started at Trader Joe's, tried to get everything I could there. So I would say, you know, before you hit Whole Foods, go to the less expensive grocery stores and see how much stuff that you can get there first. And then whatever you can't find, save that for your Whole Foods trip or shopping online if you need to. You may even need to go to an Asian grocery store. Anyway, I am really excited to start tomorrow. I know I'm going to be spending a lot of time today kind of prepping up some vegetables and getting ready. Thankfully, we start on Thursday, so I'll have to prep for a couple of days, and then I'll have the weekend to kind of catch up and be prepared for next week. So I'm looking forward to seeing those of you who are joining me in our private Facebook accountability group. Those of you who are not joining me this time around, I will be posting videos and updates on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, which is Heather Glenn Fitness, and I'll also be writing a few blogs as well and making sure my videos are on there so that you can follow us on our journey to getting fit using the 21-day Beachbody Ultimate Reset. Have a wonderful day and stay tuned.